Hey, everyone. This is Hope Within Reach with Steve Gramps Towler. Today's episode is a little different. I want to share something really personal with you. Back in 1996, I wrote a letter to my mom. It's a letter I never got to read to her. But today, I want to read it to you. Dear Mom, I've really missed you all these years. Wondered and thought about you most all of my life. I remember going to A&W with Dad and loving it. I loved it because there was a waitress there that I always thought was you. It made me feel so good thinking that I was really with you, at least a little bit. I guess I knew it was only a fantasy in my mind. I have thought I've seen you in several women over the years. So, why did you do it? Why did you leave Cindy and I? Why couldn't you stay? Why couldn't you at least take Cindy and I with you? Where did you go? What happened? Why did you leave us? I really wish that you were around for me. I saw most of my friends and their families, both moms and dads, but I paid special attention to my friends' moms. I remember going over to my friend Jamie Chesser's house after school, and his mom, Dee, always had milk and cookies for us. I loved that. I loved it because it made me think of you. I love you, Mom. I always have. I really miss you. I remember driving in the car with you and you sprayed fluid on the windshield. And I asked you, how did you do that, Mommy? And you said that a little boy was going potty when you pressed a special button. I believed you. I just didn't quite know how he fit inside the hood. I remember eating an apple and swallowing a seed. I came to you and Dad crying. You asked me what was wrong. And I said, I'm going to turn into an apple tree. I was horrified. And you assured me I would be all right. I sure do miss your assurance these days. I would love for you to be there for me and hold me tight and say, that's okay, Stevie. Everything will be all right. You sure have missed out on quite the life I've lived. I also feel sad that I've missed out on yours. I know you have lived in Omaha, Nebraska, and you worked at Howard Johnson's there as a hostess. Why why Omaha? How did you decide to go there? And then on to Seattle, Washington. Working at the Rainier Gentlemen's Club? What did you do there? From there to Safeway Food Corporation, starting out as a mailroom clerk, then advancing to an executive office manager. Way to go, Mom. The people there said that you were always surrounded by people the same age as Cindy and I. Did you think of us much? Why didn't you ever try to look us up or contact us somehow? It really hurt a lot. And left a lot of questions when Cindy and I found you living this good life in Seattle. So, how about this Roy fella? Did you meet up with him in Omaha? How long did you know each other before you got married? And why did you choose to get married on the day Roy's divorce was finalized? What a mean thing to do, so it seems to me. I've met Robin and Doug, and Mike was busy. I went to your mom's funeral in November. What a sad time it was. I went with Cindy. It was a very bonding time for the two of us. I met up with Aunt Linda, who I never really knew existed up until then. She shed a lot of light on the unbelievably shitty experiences you survived. Wow, Mom, you are a survivor. You know, those were real questions for me for a long time. And as I've gotten older, I've started to understand something. My mom had her own story, her own pain, her own experiences, things I didn't understand back then. And while I still have questions, I've also found a lot more compassion. And maybe that's part of what healing looks like. So, if you're listening to this and you're carrying questions about someone, about your past, I just want you to know you're not alone. And if this episode meant something to you, share it with someone who might need it today. And if you haven't yet, follow the show because we're just getting started. This is Hope Within Reach with Steve Gramps Towler. And just remember, hope is closer than you think.